Christus regnat, Christus imperat.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. Amen. Today we are celebrating Saint Francis' reception of the stigmata. And throughout the centuries, our Lord has allowed certain holy people to bear the stigmata to remind us of how much He loves us, in how He shed His precious blood out of an everlasting love for each and every one of us. Some years ago, a man suffering from severe hemorrhages was rushed to hospital. He was losing blood rapidly. A blood transfusion was necessary, but there was no one around to give the blood. After a moment's hesitation, the doctor himself volunteered. "I will give him some of my blood." The nurse thought it would be too much of a strain for the doctor, but he assured her, "Don't worry, it will do me no harm. And even if it should, what of it? It is a life for which I am taking the risk. I can spare a little of my blood to save this man. Besides, I have met him before, but we must hurry. Every minute counts." The necessary equipment was employed, and the blood transfusion took place. The patient gradually regained colour and strength. His pulse became more regular, his breathing more certain. The doctor smiled, but not for long. He began to weaken. The colour left his face. He fainted. Nothing could revive him. A priest was called to absolve and anoint the dying doctor. When the patient realized the doctor's sacrifice, he exclaimed, "What? That doctor died for me? Why, just a week ago I insulted him. I never apologized. How can I ever repay him?" "You can repay him at least in part," he was told, "if you tried to live the life he led." No doubt that patient lived his days worthy of the doctor who died for him. But the question for each of us is, are we living worthy of the one who died for us? 2,000 years ago, Christ shed every drop of his blood to save all of us. Sin had drained our very lifeblood. We were dead through sin. Then from heaven came the divine physician, the Son of God. He volunteered to give his blood, every drop of it, to save us. Our divine doctor gave his blood that we might live. The blood of Christ is transfused, poured into our veins and into our hearts through the Holy Mass. In the sublime sacrifice, Christ gives his blood anew, and in every Holy Communion, Christ pours his blood into our veins, giving us new life, new strength, new spirit. We are sick with sin. We need new blood often, constantly. The place to get it is in the Holy Mass and in Holy Communion. At every Mass, we should try to realize that Christ is again shedding his blood for all of us. What better way to honour that priceless life stream than by receiving it often and thoughtfully in Holy Communion? The man saved by the doctor in the story was told to show his gratitude by leading a life like that of the doctor. In a similar way, we can and must repay our Redeemer, at least in part, by leading the life he would have us lead according to his holy law. During the next Mass that you attend, during this Mass, when the priest holds the chalice up at the consecration, look up at the blood of Christ and ask him to pour it over your sinful heart. Ask the Lord to give you new spiritual life by means of the life-giving stream from his most sacred heart. The world today is sick in many ways. It needs the divine physician. The divine physician, infinitely powerful, says, "Unless you eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, you shall not have life in you." It is in the blood of Christ, precious, bountiful healing, coming to us through the Holy Mass and Holy Communion alone, will heal the evils of the world, as it alone will heal the evils of your heart and mine. Amen.
Amen.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. Amen.